Hello, everybody. Welcome. This afternoon, I wanted to hop on and start talking about doTERRA's new products that they just came out with during doTERRA's U convention. Before I get started, just want to make sure that I introduce myself. My name is Hillary, and I work with Adventures in EOs, which is the page that you're on right now. And I am a doTERRA wellness advocate, and I work to help other individuals find freedom in every aspect of every day of their lives. So back to convention. Convention with doTERRA is something that they do every year, whether or not you're someone who already uses oils, whether or not you're someone who shares oils, whether or not you're someone who works with doTERRA as a business. This annual convention is pretty much a must for everybody who loves their oils. It's 3 full days of company information, science information, background information in terms of where we're getting our oils sourced, why they're sourcing them from certain spots, and it's an amazing experience. So I highly recommend it. Every year, doTERRA comes out with a handful of new oils or products. And this year they came out with 10 new single oils, blends, and products. So I have several different things to share with you, but what I'm going to do over the next week is kind of break it up so that you get to watch short little lives instead of sifting through one big gigantic live. So today I'm going to talk about 3 of my very favorite oils that came in the convention kit. And when I talk about a convention kit, again, back to convention real quick, when doTERRA comes out with all of their new products, they put them together in a highly discounted package. And so when you go to convention, you get to take that home with you and use all of the products for yourself and then decide whether or not you want to order them moving forward. I highly recommend, if for any reason at all you go to convention, just to at least go to get the convention kit. Again, it's highly discounted, and this is one of the best-selling kits that I've ever experienced with doTERRA. It's super yummy. So today, and bear with me, I have my notes next to me, so I'll probably be looking next to my computer a little bit, but today I'm going to be talking about 3 of doTERRA's new flower oils, and I'm super excited about these. And they're actually, 2 of them are actually not new. So let's see if you can see them. We've got Jasmine, we've got Rose, and then we have a new flower, Neroli. So we like to refer to these sweet little gems as the 3 ladies. And these flower oils, you probably recognize Rose and Jasmine. In the past, before the convention this year, Rose and Jasmine were offered kind of on a promotional basis. They were extremely difficult to earn. And when you did earn them, they only came in little 5 milliliter bottles. So there was not a lot in circulation. They definitely were not offered on a permanent basis. So when we all saw Rose and Jasmine come out in 10 milliliter roller balls as new permanent products, this was super exciting. So a couple asides before I start going over the individual qualities or properties of each oil. I'm just going to mention a couple things about the reason that they put them in roller balls, and then I'm going to mention a couple general things about flower oils in general. So first of all, anybody want to take a guess as to how many roses it took to get the essential oils out and put it in a 10 milliliter diluted bottle of rose oil? Anybody? It actually took 8,000 roses to get a 10 milliliter diluted, again, bottle of rose oil. So similarly, for jasmine, it takes 21,000 jasmine flowers to go into a 10 milliliter bottle of jasmine. So that's a lot of flowers. That's a lot of energy to harvest those, to farm those, to get those distilled, to get the oils out of them, and then to get them into these roller balls for us to use. So doTERRA wants to make sure that we have a sustainable crop available so that everybody who has an account with doTERRA and everybody in doTERRA gets to use these for the next 5 years, 10 years, hopefully, and beyond. So that's one of the reasons that they're diluting the oils, to make sure that we really get those components, because they are so precious. The other reason that they're diluting these guys is because if you think of essential oils, and I'm going to get a little sciencey here, but if you think of essential oils as basically a bunch of volatile compounds, and when I say volatile compounds, I'm talking about chemicals that want to evaporate almost immediately when they hit your skin. So when you use an oil neat, and when I say neat, I mean just without any dilution, just straight from the bottle, which is perfectly safe with a lot of doTERRA's oils, you are actually letting most of the compounds evaporate, and a very small percentage of that gets into the skin and into the cells that actually need them. When you include a carrier oil, so fractionated coconut oil in this particular situation, fractionated coconut oil is a medium chain triglyceride that actually helps trap and suspend those volatile compounds so that not as many get up into the air, and you're actually able to drive the important compounds through the top layer of your skin and down into the cells of your body that actually need it. So the dilution is actually a really great thing, because we are getting to keep more of those 8,000 roses, more of the components that came from those flowers, when we use our 10 milliliter roller balls. So the other piece that I wanted to mention is that flower oils all have very similar properties. So we've got our rose, we've got our jasmine, and then we have a new lady, Neroli, which is actually the white flower that comes from the bitter orange tree. And if any of you have smelled petitgrain, petitgrain comes from the same tree. It just comes from the stem. So it has different properties and it does different things. It just smells very similar. So with all flower oils, you're going to get three general commonalities. You're going to get an oil that is uplifting yet calming. You're going to get an oil that supports your skin, and you're going to get an oil that that really boosts your immune system. So you have those three commonalities. So now that we know that all of these oils do all three of those, let's talk about them individually real quick. And I might get a little sciencey, but bear with me. So jasmine is the first one. Jasmine is an aphrodisiac. Let's see. Jasmine is an aphrodisiac that actually helps maintain blood pressure levels, healthy blood pressure levels, which is pretty awesome. It obviously makes you feel really good, but emotionally, jasmine is actually going to kind of help you bust out of ruts, for lack of a better word. So if you're one of those people who in your life, you actually internalize your feelings, you kind of create walls for yourself, jasmine is going to be something that's going to help you bust out of those walls, deal with any emotional situations that are coming up, and again, for lack of a better word, bloom and really move forward with what you're trying to accomplish. So jasmine is awesome. Let me make sure I did not miss anything. Oh, jasmine is also really great at supporting your respiratory system. So that's a great thing. And it's really great to massage in, for ladies, massage into the abdomen for both labor and monthly cycles. It helps with normal musculature and helps with cramping, etc. So that's jasmine. Smells amazing. And every time I talk about it, all I want to do is just take the lid off and just smell it, just to remind myself how much I love it. So the next one we've got, and this one's actually my favorite so far, is Neroli. And like I mentioned, Neroli is the white flower of a bitter orange tree. Since it's a white flower, we learned that it actually has to be harvested at night so that the rays from the sun don't attack the actual compounds of the flower. So it really has a very limited time frame during which it can be farmed and harvested, which is really kind of adds to appreciating what's in the bottle. So Neroli is from Egypt, as is Jasmine. Actually, Neroli is from Egypt, and physically, it obviously promotes a good mood. It helps your immune system, but my favorite part about it is that it improves your ability to comprehend and retain information. So if you're going into study for something, or if you're going into to a test, or if you're going into a class, Neroli is a great one to put on your temples, to put behind your ears, maybe the back of your neck. It does, for me, it has kind of a smell that I had to get used to, but I am definitely loving this one. So it really helps you focus, retain the information that you're focusing on, and it's grounding but uplifting at the same time. So it also supports a healthy intestinal system. So make sure your GI tract is working properly. It is amazing at healing wounds and soothing wounds. It has amazing wound healing time, which is really cool. You can just put this right on a wound or a skin issue. And then my favorite part about Neroli is it works very similar to frankincense in that when it's in the body, when it encounters an actual healthy cell, it's going to work on supporting that cell. But when it encounters a cell that is not so healthy and not really doing okay, what it does is it encourages cell apoptosis. And what that means is it basically weeds out the cells that aren't looking so good so that those unhealthy cells don't have a chance to replicate and cause problems down the road in the body. So that's pretty amazing. I think that's pretty cool. My 8-year-old loves this one. She would probably bathe in it if I let her. This one is super, super yummy and pretty much works for whatever you're looking to have it work for. It's awesome. Emotionally, this one is the oil of shared purpose and partnership. And with Neroli, if you are looking to increase feelings of tolerance, feelings of kindness, feelings of resilience, especially when working with a partner or a group, maybe at work you're feeling frustrated, this is going to be a really great go-to for you. And then thirdly, we've got our rose. So like I said, rose is 8,000 roses, 242,000 petals go into this bottle. So that's pretty fantastic. Again, we know that the flower oils are uplifting. They're going to help with your immune system. They're going to help with skin issues. So help support clear complexion, helps deal with wounds as well. Physically, it's also going to help balance moisture levels in your skin. So again, still working with skin. It is going to support healthy feelings after childbirth. So compliantly, I can't actually say what that particular diagnosis would be, but can you imagine being a new mom and not really feeling connected to your kiddo, to your new baby, not feeling like you have all that happiness that you were expecting to, again, without saying the name compliantly. Rose is going to help you connect with postpartum, that postpartum time after you have a new baby. So that's pretty cool. That's a serious issue that's going around our country and even around the world. So that's a really cool aspect of rose. It also supports healthy and rejuvenated nerve fibers. So it's great for, again, comprehension, learning, and it helps promote healthy brain activity, just like Neroli. So putting this on kiddos morning and night is really going to help them understand their homework, stay focused, help with retaining the information so that when they have to go back and take a test, they are able to then recall that information better. So again, rose is awesome. And then the last one that I love, rose actually has been shown to help the body naturally release the desire for pain medication. So that's a pretty big one. I know a lot of people who actually work in the pain management side of things, and it's hard to think, it's hard to imagine that just an essential oil can help a certain constituent move away from pain meds, but this has been shown to. So it really helps that neurology and the neurology associated with pain management. So that's pretty cool. Emotionally, this is actually the essential oil with the highest vibration on the planet. So basically what that means is if you're looking to increase your personal well-being, your mood, this is automatically going to bring that up at least a notch, if not more. So rose is pretty cool in terms of how powerful just a little bit can be. Also with rose, if you think about a rose, you think about love, you think about matters of the heart, and rose is going to directly emotionally deal with those particular situations. So heartache might be one of them. Just feeling better in general, just kind of trying to get yourself out of a rut is another one. So rose is going to be a go-to for a whole lot of things. Super immune supporter, makes you feel really good, helps you connect with babies. Those are all really great things on my list. And then the other cool piece that I love about rose is a lot of people talk about using essential oils as personal perfumes. The really cool thing about rose is that its chemical compounds consist of 25 to 35% alcohol compounds. So again, getting a little sciencey, but most essential oils have less than 1% of alcohol compounds. But what that means for rose is it's actually going to stay on your body longer because of those compounds. And so that's why it actually has a longer staying power. So it actually can act as a perfume for you. And that carrier oil in the roller ball is going to help those compounds stay on your body. So you can put it on in the morning and still possibly smell it by the afternoon or the evening. So this has some serious staying power. One thing I want to point out about rose, again, we've talked about how many roses go into a bottle of rose, but that's what makes it a little bit more expensive. We want to make sure that we get the best roses in our oils. We want to make sure that we are taking care of the workers who are working on these oils, so it is a little bit more expensive. If you're not looking to put this on your order, but you really want the benefits of rose, you can always consider, I know I have it here somewhere, you can always consider our rose lotion. So this actually has rose in it, just at a much lower percent than our roller ball. And when you buy a rose lotion, an EO Spa rose lotion, the $20 for the lotion actually goes completely to doTERRA's nonprofit organization helping Healing Hands. Healing Hands organization, which is an organization that helps groups all over the world, helps impoverished groups, helps build schools, helps build pipelines, helps improve especially the communities that we are using to source our oils. So if rose isn't something that you're going to be putting on your order for this month or next month, I would suggest instead investing in the rose lotion because it's going to be extremely beneficial as well. So those are my three ladies. You can't go wrong with any of these. They're going to do amazing things for you. And to be honest, I put all three on both my girls every morning before they leave for school. So let's go learning. Let's go good vibes. Let's go positive emotions and boosted immunity. Thanks you guys so much for tuning in this afternoon. And tomorrow I'm going to be talking about another one of the products. We knocked out 3 today, but please, if you catch the live later, go ahead and say hi and comment with any questions you might have. These 3 lovely ladies are not going to be available until October 2nd, so you can't order them right away, but come October 2nd, they're all yours. Have a great afternoon.